13 years ago, Multiplex released the original Funcub. So the Funcub was a trainer, also a good acrobatic trainer, and also a stall aircraft. In the past decade, a lot of people have put their Funcub into really great setups. People have done FPV on them. People have done crazy stall takeoffs and landings. So it has been a hit, nevertheless. 3 years ago, Multiplex actually released the successor to the Funcub, and they called it the Funcub Next Generation. So it was meant to fix a few of the issues that people had with the original Funcub, but not deviating too far away from the original Funcub, because it was such a great flyer and a great platform for people to build on and grow into, right? So and I have been flying pusher prop Volantex Ranger for quite a few months now, and I've always flown pushers in my time with the hobby, and now I feel like I'm kind of getting bored with the usual pattern flying with these kind of electric gliders. So I wanted to get a good second plane which is a little bit forgiving, but at the same time has space to grow into acrobat trainer, and then have some fun with stall landings and takeoffs. So when I was looking for an aircraft like that, I was actually thinking about the Hobby King Tundra V3 that just got released, but obviously it's out of stock, and the problem I've seen with Hobby King is when a plane is new, you have a lot of spares and things like that, but couple of months down the line, what ends up happening is you won't get spares. Like if you break a wing spar, you can't find it, and then what do you do if you can't find the right kind of tube that fits in from somewhere else, then the whole plane is totaled. So I wanted to get a plane which would have good spare part support. Obviously Multiplex does do that. If you go to their German website, they ship across Europe, and I am in Europe. All the spare parts that you need and stuff, but the only problem with Multiplex is they're extremely costly. So I have the prices pulled up here. So the Multiplex Funcub NG Kit. So I am not getting the RR version, which is the receiver ready, or which is Multiplex's way of saying plug and fly, because the RR version is extremely costly. It's like, I think 365 euros, and should be around $370, $380, I guess. And the reason I got the kit is because though it's costly, I did find a really good deal in a local Swedish reseller of Multiplex. I would put the link of their website also in the description or on the screen. However, I have to tell you that it's sold out. I bought the last piece of the Funcub NG kit that they had. So looking at the prices, if you're in the US, you can buy the same Funcub NG kit from Mr. MPX, which I understand is the go-to place for Multiplex in US. It's $275. If you want to buy it from basically the German website of Multiplex, it is 162 euros. But the effective price I paid with this Swedish reseller was 115 euros. So I thought it was a great deal, and that's why I went ahead and just bought it. Obviously that will not come with any electronics. It's just bare, it's just the frame and it's just the body kit. So you need to figure out the electronics and things like that. So when it comes to the electronics, you can obviously get the Multiplex calls the power set for the Funcub from them, which is a set of the propeller, the right ESC, a motor, and some spacers. The problem with that, I'm sure the motors are really good and the ESCs are good quality, but again, that power set itself costs 107 euros, and I strongly believe that I can do a good enough job at a fraction of that price. I'm sure for 107 I can get everything, including the receiver and the gyro for the plane. So that's what I did. So I ordered a few things. I ordered the kit and all the electronics that I need, and I've got the box in the mail a couple of days ago, and I thought I can open up the kit, unbox it and show you what exactly you get in the kit, what are the parts you get, and I'm also going to show you the electronics that I ordered. Probably the electronics is going to be a separate video because I don't want it to be too long, and I want to make this into a series, a build series, starting off the unboxing, the electronics, and then the build video, and then hopefully the maiden if it flies well, yeah, of course. So that's what I wanted to do. So without further ado, let's get the box on the table and get started with the unboxing. Okay. I don't know why it's so hard to open, because I think they've used a couple of smaller boxes to pack this up. Let's open the smaller one first. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. It does look well packaged, but I can already see the corner is a bit dented, but that's fine. I don't know where they've kept the rest of the electronics that I ordered though. But it's empty. That is weird. I don't know, did they keep it inside? Because I don't see any electronics that I ordered, like the motors, the ESCs, the servos. This just looks like the multiplex kit. So what happened here? Let's see. I don't think they would have opened this and then kept it inside, because that might not be. Oh, I think they actually did that. They opened it and kept rest of the electronics in a bag inside. Okay, so we'll come to the electronics later. Let me see if this. So this is how it looks. Let's see. Let me get some of these wraps, bubble wraps, and plastics out. Okay, so you have the manual, obviously, and this is a thick one, and I'm really glad, because I'm that person who likes reading manuals, trying to do everything exactly the way it was meant to be done. Don't know what this is. It's in German, so I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Okay, this is good. Oh, so they have added a page which talks about the EASA, the European Union's Aviation Safety Agency. So this is like the FAA in the US, who controls all the drone laws and things like that. And it says that this is a C4 rated drone according to the rules. For the rules, this is a drone under the C4 category. That is good to know. I did not know that, and I think it's rest of it is in German, and I think it's talking about what are the rules that we need to follow, you know, if you're using a C4 drone. But it does not help me much because I have an operator ID and I do fly it in my approved field, so I don't have to stick to all the rules, and I'm pretty aware of all the rules, so that's good. Then we have an ad for the Multiplex Touch and Fly, some kind of cockpit SX79 transmitter. Okay, they have a form that you can fill in order. That's, I don't know, this looks like something that I would have got with the original Funcub. Like, who mails in an order form and, oh wait, it's not that. Okay, I got it wrong. Obviously, the front side is actually the flyer for the transmitter, but this was in German, so I didn't realize what it was. But it is actually some kind of a warranty form. It's a complaint form, so if you have any issues with it, I think you need to fill this up and send it across. But still, who does that these days? I don't know. That's fine. But this is the manual. It's thick. But I'm sure it has multiple languages. But still, it's a good manual with, I think, a lot of pictures and stuff. So that's good. I would definitely be reading this. I'm that guy who likes to read manuals. Yeah, I know, weird. So the first bag that we have here is the wheels. So let's open that up. Oh, and it's good that they have numbered all the part numbers for each of the bags. So if you want to order a spare part, it's very easy, but you don't have to make a note of it because it's there on the Multiplex German website. So it's easy for you to anyways look it up if you want some spare parts. So let's see. This is one thing that I really liked about this model, and obviously I've never had a model which had any kind of wheels. So what I'm telling you now is what I heard from all the videos and groups that I was going through. So the bigger the wheel, the better it can handle grass and those kind of terrains. If you don't have a proper field, I don't. The field that I fly in, it is grass, and it sometimes is not mowed on time, so sometimes it's longer grass. So I really like the fact that it's a big wheel, and I think this is big for a plane like this. Yeah, so you have two front wheels which are this size, and then we have the strut for the frame for the front wheels. Yes. Okay, this is good. When I was going through the groups, I did see people talking about the two pieces of metal coming apart here, but I don't know if this is meant to strengthen it, but I can see some kind of a, is this heat shrink? I see a heat shrink tube around it, but I don't think that's going to give it much strength because it's heat shrink. But anyways, that's good. And then we have the tiny when you compare it to the front wheels. But I've read in the groups that this size of a tail wheel is pretty good for a foamy this size. So this is the tail wheel, and we have this pre-bent axle of sorts for this is what hooks up to the rudder and to the tail wheel and moves it when you move the rudder, basically for ground control. So that's good. I don't want to lose it, so I'm going to put it back in the bag. There are two more things in this. A few screws and spacers and washers and grub screws. I think these are for the wheels because it came in that pouch, so that's good. And then you have this white frame piece, so I think this is what kind of screws in the frame, the front wheel frame into the body of the Funcub, basically. think it goes like this, and then you have 4 screw holes, which I'm sure you can screw into the body, I guess. So this is how that looks. So yeah, with that, let me put all these things inside so I don't forget what goes with what. So that is, so those are the wheels, so that's done. Next, this is the wing. Obviously the wings, because it's a kit version, it's white, it doesn't come with any pre-applied decals. That actually is something that I like, because I generally don't put these decals that come with it on the wing. Okay, because I feel it looks too cheesy. Oh, and as you can see, this is the wing, obviously this side. This is your right wing. It comes with all the control surfaces pre-hinged. Oh, it's just a foam hinge. It is just a foam hinge that you have here. And as you can see, this is the flap. The flap comes separately. Why is that? Because you need to have a barn door hinge, which is a separate kind of a hinge. So a foam hinge will not work because this has barn door flaps. So it goes almost 90 degrees when you have your highest flap setting. So that's why it's separate. It's not that it's broken or anything. You just have the, you also get, I hope we get the clevises or the hinges to kind of connect this back. But as you can see, you have pre-drilled slots for servos and everything. So you need to fill it up. But I can also see the wing spar here, but it doesn't look like carbon fiber. It looks like a fiberglass one. I'm not sure. I have to look that up. But this is the right wing. Let me get the other wing out. This is the other wing. It's the same thing, but for the left side. So that's that. I'm just going to keep this here. So one thing to remember, these hinges are foam hinges except for the flaps, which means it'll be a good idea to strengthen them before you start flying. And it's better to do that before you install your electronics and your control rods and things like that. So what I would do is I would first, I'll show you along with the rudder actually what I plan to do. So this is the vertical stabilizer. This is how that looks. And if you see this L-shaped thing, oh, okay, now it looks like an L. So this L-shaped thing is something that you're supposed to chop off. It's there in the instruction manual too. So this is just there so that the rudder could stay put during the whole shipping. So what I'm trying to say regarding the hinges, as you can see, these are all foam hinges, right? So one thing you can do, let me see if I can zoom in a bit here. One thing I can do, you should consider doing is, kind of work the hinges first, free it up a little bit, and then you get some hinge tape, which is Blendum tape from 3M. Blendum is the name of the tape from 3M that people use as hinge tapes. Even if you buy somewhere hinge tape online, it's just going to be 3M Blendum tape. So you can look for that. So it is basically a surgical tape. It sticks well and it's really flexible. So it works really well for a hinge. So I am definitely doing that. I have done that in my Volantex Ranger 2, and it obviously has kept the control surfaces together after so many crashes. I'm really impressed and sold on the whole hinge tape idea. So that's something you need to do. And let me zoom out a bit again. Yes, so that was the vertical stabilizer. I'm just going to put that back. And it's really good that everything comes in its own individual blister packs. So it's going to reach you in one piece. I mean, not in one piece, but in multiple pieces, but without getting damaged. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Okay, so that's done. Then, oh yeah, and these are basically, oh, that's, I can't take that out now. Okay, fine. Let's go on to the horizontal stabilizer. So this is the horizontal stab. Again, I think the horizontal stabilizer and the vertical stabilizer gets glued on. So that is one thing I felt, Multiplex could have improved, which is like even my Volantex comes with screw-on horizontal and vertical stabs. It makes it a little bit easier to transport when you really want to, remove it and you're going somewhere for a long trip or something like that. I don't know when you'll use it, but it's good to have. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was you can see the positions where the control clevises or control arm is supposed to be stuck onto. So that is one thing I thought, definitely, needs to be improved, because I'm not really sure if gluing on control horns to your control surface is a really good solution. Even my Volantex Ranger comes with control horns that actually go through the thickness of the foam. It comes out here, and there is a small zip tie kind of a lock that that goes on and pinches the foam, so it's not coming out. Glue, I think, would fail after a lot of time, so I don't know. And this is what I was talking about in the vertical step. In all the control surfaces, before you install the control surfaces and control horns and things like that, work it in. These are foam hinges, so it would be a little bit firm. So make sure you work it in, make it flexible, and then you need to apply some hinge tape or blenderm tape to make sure these hinges are strong enough to take the abuse that you're going to put it through. So I'm definitely going to show you how to do that in the build video. So that was the horizontal stab. That again goes back in. I'm putting it back into the things, because I am not going to build it right away. I'm probably going to build this the next weekend, because I'm still waiting on a few more parts to come, like the gyro, and then I've got locks for the servo connectors, because the rudder and the elevator needs servo extensions, and I don't like just taping the servo connections inside the body. So I want to put a clip together, and that's because once you put the whole fuselage together, there's no way. I don't think it's going to be easy for you to realize if the connection fails, or to see if the connection is loose or things like that. So I don't want it to get loose. So I'm just going to put it with clips and do it the right way. And then this is the fuselage. It looks like it comes in one piece, but I know for a fact that it's not the case. You know what? Actually, I'm going to get the box. Move it aside. Oh. Okay. Wait. This is basically the cone for the prop guard, or it's just a blue piece of foam to make it look good, I guess. So that's that. This is the fuselage. I was thinking it will come in two pieces, but it looks like, or is it? Oh, it is in two pieces. So let's take off the canopy here. So this is the canopy, not canopy, canopy. And this is the fuselage. It obviously comes in two pieces. So this is the inside. This is one thing I really wanted to see before I got all the electronics, so that I can plan all the electronics, where things go and all that. So this is one half, and obviously this is the other half. But the one good thing is, if you see this, you can see they have, let me try and zoom in. So if you can see this, you can see that there are these kind of raised knobs that kind of lock in on the other side, like you have these raised I don't know what to call them, knobs here, and that those go into matching matching holes on the other half, so that way you're not going to misalign your fuselage at the time of gluing both halves together. So that's really good. Let me again zoom out a bit. So yeah, that is the fuselage. See what we have next. Okay. So you have some decals. This I might use, the windows and the the numbering and things like that. But it looks like it's good quality stickers though. So that's one sheet, and then you have the big ass sheet of decals. So this is the part that I'm not too sure about. This does look nice, but I don't know if I'm going to put them on. But yeah, so these are all the decals that come with it. So it is not pre-applied, so you need to take care of that. What else do we have here? Okay, we have only 2 more packs. Put the decals back. Okay. So these have a lot. Oh, these have a lot of individual stuff inside. Let me zoom in. So this is oh, okay. These are all the clevises and things that attach to your control rod, and these are all the things for the control rod and the control horn and things like that. So that's this. Then you have a pack with some double-sided, oh, it's not double-sided, it's some Velcro, and the bolts for the wing bolts, 2 plastic bolts that I can see here, and then a battery strap, and then all the control arms. The control rods are coming here. The control rods are here. And then we have the motor mount and other structural stuff, I guess. So there are a lot of small parts, but I just wanted to show you one thing that's important that you need to know if you're buying a kit, which is the motor mount. So this is the motor mount that comes with the kit version, and obviously the same motor mount in the RR. So it actually the fiberglass spar for the fuselage goes through this, it sticks on. So that's not the thing. What I wanted to talk about is the mounting holes here. So as you can see, these holes might look like it's going to fit almost all the motors that you can get, but that's not the case, because all these holes are on a if you draw a circle through them, it is a circle of 25 mm diameter. And the problem with that is a lot of motors, or most of the motors, come with again 4 holes, but 2 of them would be at 19 millimeter of spacing, and 2 of them would be at 25 millimeter spacing, which means if you get the wrong one, best case only 2 of the holes would align with the holes in the motor mount. Worst case scenario, none of them might zip. So that is something to keep in mind, and that is one thing that has really narrowed down my choice of motors that I can get for this plane. The one I went with is an Emax. So whichever motor you're getting, just make sure you go into the spec sheet and look at the bolt pattern, and it will actually give you the measuring of the spacing between these holes. Most of them would say 19 mm one side and 25 mm the other side. So you need to get something that is all holes should be 25 mm apart from each other. So that is something I wanted to point out. Rest of this bag is again the wing connector and all the structural things that would be embedded into the fuselage. And this is the last bag, which is basically all your carbon tubes. These are the wing spars, the wing struts, and your fiberglass spar that runs through the length of the fuselage to keep it firm. And this is what this big square tube is where the motor mount also mounts onto. So that's that. I'm going to put them back. So that was everything that comes in the Funcub NG box, the Funcub next generation kit. So I have to say it looks really good. All the pieces were packed properly with its own blister packs. It is really nice. I don't see any dents or any bends in the fuselage or the foam pieces. It all looks good. So it doesn't come with a propeller even. So everything that comes in the kit is what you saw till now. Next, I want to move on to the custom electronics that I've ordered. So this is not what I'm going to show you next is not going to be part of what comes in the kit, or if you buy the power system from Multiplex. That is very different. So with that, I think this is what I wanted to show you. If you have any questions on the parts or anything that you want to get clarified, or you want me to take some measurements, feel free to ask me in the comments. Obviously, I don't have a lot of people commenting on my videos. So if you do comment, I am going to read it and I am going to respond to it and try to help you out if that's something I can do. Yeah, so that was the unboxing of the kit version of the Multiplex Funcub. Thank you for watching.